that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
There you go. Go right in. You ain't going nowhere. There you go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Blue ready? Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check, cut. Match back. Right. Green, triple T. Make sure. Easy. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Ready. White 25.
Let's go, defense.
5-0.
Defense. Here we go. 555.
Wait.
Come on. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Off the play fake, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Matt Weil now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
Check my 21. Hey, pick your game up.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Pick 6 all day.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. What's here?
We're going to 53.
Hey, check 24.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Completes it to Austin. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
First down, Dallas.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Ready, blue ready. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50.
First down, Winston. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that football. Give me that ball.
From the gun, Winston. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And a Cowboy first down.
Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Green, come
On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Green, triple C. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Green, triple C.
They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 10th carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Always a lot of great storylines when the Giants and Cowboys get together. And, of course, one everybody was buzzing about, the great young running back Zeke and Saquon, who finished 1-2 in the NFL in rushing last year. And down on the field before the game, you see those guys talking. You realize how big they are. Zeke at 228 pounds, Saquon 233 pounds. A bright future in the backfield for both of these franchises. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Here's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get this work on. Slam.
Here we go, 47.
They'll run with Elliott, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you'd worked on all week long.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Jameis to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Play fake. Winston. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. On first down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 27, Winston, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Jameis now on first down. He completes it to Tate. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Get that quarterback.
On first and 10, Winston. The quick slant caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Giants! 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Roshade good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Roshade to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Another carry tonight for the workhorse, Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down.
Here we go. 4-8. Here we go. 46.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. 4-8.
Check back 21.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds Austin complete. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. 4-8.
21, check back 21. Here it comes. Jim.
26.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Shedding the tackle. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
3 down. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night as they have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
There you go. Check right in. 21. Check right 21. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 52. 26.
On second down, Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Check right 21. We're going to 54. Right in. Pick that. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Rosa's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Check right 21. Check right 21.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Check right 21. Let's go.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the